Hi everyone, so go away. Oh man, take two. Anyway, I wanted to make a video on the top 10 worst and best things about having hypoplastic left heart syndrome. And so I'm going to start with the worst and then finish with the best. And here is my top 10 worst things about having hypoplastic left heart syndrome. Number 10, having people argue with me that there is no way that I can live with half a heart. Yeah, I was born with this giant scar down my chest. Yeah. Number 9, people making ignorant comments about my scar or asking me if I only love someone half as much. Number 8, when I am scared and trying to find comfort in somebody and they tell me, well, no one knows when they're going to die. I could be hit by a bus tomorrow. Yeah. Number 7, not really knowing what the future holds, like if I'll need a transplant or another surgery or kind of just what's going to happen in my life. Number 6 is thinking about death and how I'm going to die or what's going to happen to me. Number 5, which obviously is an issue now, but it was when I was a teenager, is wondering if any guy would ever like me or think I was ugly because I had a scar. Number 4 is always having to consult with a doctor before I do pretty much anything. Number 3, which is actually getting worse and worse as the years go on, is pretty much holding my breath at each appointment, praying nothing has gone wrong since my last appointment, and I have an appointment once a year. Number 2 is pretty much everything I do is trial and error because not one case is the same with hypoplastic. And the number 1 thing that I absolutely hate about having hypoplastic left heart is having random PVC attacks that can be anywhere from 1 PVC to like 20 or 30. And it always happens at the most inconvenient times. Like if I'm trying to talk to somebody and all of a sudden I'm like, like trying to make it seem like it's not happening. Because I mean, it really hurts. So that's probably the most terrible, annoying thing to have go on with that. And now the top 10 best things about having hypoplastic.
Sorry,
He keeps trying to interrupt me. Number 10, a freaking awesome scar with a freaking awesome story. Number 9, playing the Never Have I Ever game and saying that you have technically died more than once since they had to stop your heart to repair it. Number 8, having half a heart gives you a free pass so parents aren't mad at you when you get a heart-themed tattoo. Okay, that might not be for everyone, but it worked for me. Number 7, telling people you have half a heart is a great icebreaker in an awkward moment. Number 6, teachers never questioning you after you tell them you have half a heart when you say you're not feeling good and have to miss class. Number 5, I have an elf ear. Doctors told me that it has to do with congenital heart defects. I'm not exactly sure if that's true, but I told people that I worked at the North Pole. Number 4 is the amazing opportunities I get through organizations, and I mean, just helping people, sharing my story, like doing this stuff. This is pretty awesome. Number 3, you have a pretty epic life story by the age of 4. Number 2 is the Make-A-Wish trip I got to Winter X Games a few years ago, which was amazing. Shout out to Amanda. Thank you, you're awesome. And the number 1 greatest thing that my half a heartness has ever gotten me is getting kissed in the cheek by a pro skier during my Make-A-Wish trip. That was by far the greatest thing ever. And I'm going to be really embarrassed if you ever see this. And his name was Jesse Wells. Probably shouldn't have said the name, but I really hope he never sees this. Yeah, insert awesome picture here. So yeah, that's the top 10 worst and best things about having hypoplastic left heart that I could think of. There's probably some more in each category, but that pretty much sums it up as of right now, being 20 years old. And wait a minute, here's an extra amazing thing that I just recently found out that I've been asked. My last year's visit to the doctor, my yearly visit, I was terrified to ask this question, but I asked if I was ever going to be allowed to have kids because so far, at least to my knowledge, there's only been 2 people ever with hypoplastic that have had kids. And having kids is like one of my greatest dreams, and having a family. And I mean, obviously, there are many more options, which I would definitely look into. But that was just one thing that I really, really wanted. So I asked the doctor, and they said yes. So I'm pretty excited right now. And not that it's going to happen really anytime soon, but I can have kids. Yay! So that's pretty awesome. Thank you guys for watching, and if there's anything else you want to ask me, just let me know. And my Facebook is www.facebook.com/Megan Roswick HLHS. And I'll put a link on the bottom of this. Thank you guys.